Still messing with my recording software. Whoa, it stopped on the craziest freeze frame. Your face was like... All right, guys, so we have Josh here today, and I think we're just going to talk about MCON.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
How did you start, like, your YouTube channel?
This one? Or...
Because I saw you when you, like, you joined the Discord a while ago. And
right.
You posted the Minecraft video, and then at the end you talked about MCON. It was, like, one of the first videos.
Yes.
Someone, like, talked about it from CES.
I have way too many YouTube channels. Only a few of them I actually upload to. I've got my main channel, which is Crazy Cobra CC, and there I post content about a children's mobile game, My Singing Monsters.
Yeah.
Because that's what got views. But before it was My Singing Monsters, it was just whatever I wanted to post. And so at that point, I discovered the MCON on, I think it was your Kickstarter announcement video, and this would have been in October. I'm not sure exactly when, but I saw this thing and I was literally jumping with excitement. I could not contain it. I knew I had to do something to talk about it. Anyway, so I thought, okay, I'll just record a tour of my Minecraft world and make a fake sponsor where I can get excited about it. And so, yeah, but that's my main channel. And then I started MCON Austin so that I could upload dedicated MCON content. So, tell everybody what MCON is again, just in case people join for some reason.
So, this is MCON. You know, all the other controllers, they go around the sides. It's like the telescopic ones.
Right, like the backbone.
This uses MagSafe. Goes on, and you just slide it open.
Ooh.
And you've got the whole thing. And the whole thing is that it's pocketable and quick. And here's the newest one I've got.
Oh my goodness. Every time I see that, I get so excited.
But it's broken, but yeah. And it's universal now, so it works on everything with this little puck.
Right.
And then
nice.
it's supposed to pop open.
But this one. Obviously still in the prototyping phase and stuff like that.
We've been printing like all week to get this like the newest working one.
What has been the greatest challenge so far while designing MCON?
Ooh, that's a good question. The first thing I'm thinking about is the whole MagSafe universal.
Yes.
Like making it universal has been so hard. Like it's been a challenge the whole time. So like this one, super easy because I just made it for my phone case. Once you be like, okay, it needs to work on folding Samsung S24, you know, like the S23, S22, S20, the nothing phones, the Oppo phones that have the giant camera like circle that like the wireless charging is actually like way down here. Luckily OSnap has done a bunch of wireless charging stuff, and it's a combination of both that we're relying on. The MagSafe standard is very new, but they've released it a couple years ago. I don't know when they did, but it's like really nice that they released the patent on it and allow everyone to use it.
Oh yeah, I didn't know about that.
Wireless charging. Yeah, they released it, which is so cool.
So everybody can use the MagSafe format?
Yeah, if Samsung wanted to put MagSafe in their phone, they could. I think Google's doing it now, and then Samsung with the phone, you can get a case that they sell that has MagSafe in it. It's kind of what makes it universal, but because it's so new, it's not completely universal. It's the wireless charging. So like wireless charging has all these standards of like the back has to be glass or plastic or ceramic. There has to be a flat spot, you know, somewhere on it. Then it'll work no matter what, because it's just this similar, you know, puck size.
Right.
And then the other thing was the camera bump. Camera bump's the biggest issue because then you could have a super tiny camera bump, or you could have the biggest freaking camera bump in the world. Like this one's already pretty big, but like they're gonna get even bigger on the next ones. Or it's just like
that's horrifying.
Gigantic.
It's like a shelf.
In the phone itself.
You could fit a book on that.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So what we had to do was have a giant puck in order to actually make it universal. We'll just have to have other pucks that are slimmer.
Right.
The real solution is the precision fit plates that are made for this phone with this case, and it fits perfectly.
So you'll be making those for like a lot of models, right? The precision plates.
I don't think we're going to do this in August because that was a really hard thing too. Is like if we did precision, I've always wanted to work with whatever case you have. I think the universal plate does that, but I also wanted it to be with the precision plate, because that was like a huge thing for me. Is like people really like their phone cases, it's a whole thing. And so forcing you to use one phone case, or like forcing you to not use a phone case, is like ridiculous. So the only thing we can do is, I think we're going to make a phone case that comes with a top plate.
Oh,
and
nice.
That solves the issue. Yeah. And then we had this idea with the app, or like when you buy an MCON, eventually they could be bundled, and the app asks you what phone you have, you put it in, and then it'll ship you for free, like included in the cost, a phone case and a top plate, and then that like actually solves it.
That's
because if you buy it in the
handy.
store, and then you have in the store we have to sell it with the Universal. There's no like the top plate's too much, so then you buy it, and then apps like, oh, you have a like precision top plate in case you can get for free. That would be sick. We do that.
Yes. Oh man. That's going to be awesome though. Oh man. So the app. Tell us about the app.
So the app is going to be like, when I first came to OSNAP, I did not want to do an app because it was like, the ones that are out there are so stupid. Yeah, the ones that are out there are so bad that I never even thought about it, because I was just like, the app's stupid. Like, it should just be, we're just doing hardware. And like, I wanted to do games actually. I don't know what, but the app tied it together. Like,
yes.
They pitched it to me, and then because it was like, okay, if Linus gets this thing, what's he gonna try and play on his phone? Like, is he gonna know that you should play Minecraft, and then the settings are gonna be wrong, and like, it's not gonna work? So initially it was just like a curated list of the best games, basically, is all it really had to be. And that's really all it needs to be in August, is like a curated list, have the right visuals.
Yes, that's definitely important. Like, knowing what to play once you have it, that's going to be a game changer too. And like paid games, I feel like that's going to be good though for like Apple. Like, if you're willing to pay $100 for a dedicated iPhone or whatever controller, why not shell out a few extra bucks for a game that's going to work best with your controller? So I think that's going to be huge.
Games, oh man, it's going to be huge.
The market's going to grow. Games are going to be developed because of MCON.
Yeah, and so the app is meant, like the full vision of the app is going to be, when you open it, it's going to feel like a console. Like I've always wanted MCON to feel like 3DS. That was like, it's all one thing. When you put the MCON on it and open it, it doesn't feel like your phone anymore. It's like, it's its own thing. Right. And so like, that's just one step to getting there. I think a huge step. And then, we can like promote, and then the whole thing, the whole Apple and Epic thing, where it's like, dude, we could have our own Steam and not have to worry about the 30% thing. Right. And like all the games go into our app, instead of like you having to download another app. You just update the current app, and the game's included. But it'll feel like a console. There'll be like all the games that I was just like writing all this out. Homepage is going to be like super fun to like scroll through, and like it'll be all controller based. You can type with the controller and everything. You won't need the touch screen. The first thing you see is going to be the games that you already own, and then there's a shop, and then that's where all the curated lists, like all the best MCON games are going to be, and like all the best mobile games will be, and we can rate them. Like, I was thinking like we could give it a star rating, like MCON approved, or like Call of Duty would be a really good mobile game, but it would get like really bad points for having like way too big of a file size, takes too long to load, and I feel like the multiplayer is just like way too confusing. Right. And so like we could rate them and then be like, yo, Activision, what do you do in this game? Like, it's a good game, but it's like, it's got these issues. It could be so good. It could be so much better. And then we could have like a rule book for what a mobile game should be like, and like push developers to do that. But we could also help new developers to like promote it through the app and like help them out. I realized I was like extremely inspired by the Switch. Just like because I'm not too experienced with the other consoles, genuinely. Right. But the PS5, from what I've seen, is like
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it, it's really confusing to me.
It is legitimately
I've never,
confusing.
got used to it. Yeah, it's like your games are on this like row, at the very top, small, and then everything else is like an advertisement. It seems like everything else is like, oh, this new game's coming out, right? Or am I wrong? It's like promoting you other games.
So my uncle has one. This is how I even know about it at all. Otherwise, I wouldn't even touch a PlayStation 5. The menu is legitimately confusing. I think he knows how to use it. He's like 60, and he watches my videos. Hi, David. But this is the only instant where he's better at it than I am, because it's so confusing and unintuitive. You have to be very familiar with it. You can't just walk in and understand how to use their user interface.
Okay, good. I'm glad it's not just me, because my girlfriend's little brother, I play PS5 with him a lot, and I'm always just like so lost. And I feel like an unk, dude, watching him play on the like I don't know what's going on when he opens that thing.
I love it.
It's like genuinely confusing. I feel like the Switch is the last home console that, like, traditional, where it's got like, all the it's got exclusives, it's got like the physical cartridges and everything.
Right.
And like when you open it up, I hate that it's boring. It's not like old Nintendo.
Right.
But it is like, these are the games, just pick one. It's very simple. It's not like shoving crap in your face.
Exactly.
And then I was looking at other the other apps that are supposed to be like for the controllers, and they're all laid out like the PlayStation, I think. Like where it is like, these are the games you have played most recently. There's no like, these are all the games you own. I don't think it's like that. And then everything else is just an advertisement. And then when you hover over it, it starts playing like a video of the game. It's like, oh my God.
Those are so annoying. You've probably seen Netflix. That drives me crazy because they autoplay the trailers. What if I don't want audio blasted in my face right now? What if I'm binging it late at night and I don't want anyone to know?
Dude, it gets like hung up. This is what I was like. Netflix, the UI is like, I don't know if it's the best out of all of them. HBO is really good, I think, but it's just like not this, because it like Netflix and the PlayStation UI are very similar, and even YouTube on the TV OS, like. It makes me so claustrophobic that there's a line of like this suggested feed, and they're all infinite, but you can also scroll this way, and so you're just like scrolling through one, and then you can like go to the other one for whatever reason. They're like very similar. It just like, it makes me claustrophobic because I just want to see everything like at once.
Yeah.
Don't show me all this like other stuff, because on the phone it's just like your page. The homepage. That's what I want to see on the TV.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like definitely the TV, like it should feel nicer, maybe, but right now, like when you search for something, the weird rows, like.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it should be more similar to PC or mobile when it comes to that kind of thing. It shouldn't be its own confusing maze.
Yeah. And so I want it to be like, you open it and it's just all your games in like a roulette. Like the how the iPod had them, like where it was the albums that would come by.
Oh, I've got one.
But it'll be kind of like this. Oh, sick.
This is my
It'll be kind of like this, and you can like spin it in like Wheel of Fortune, and like it'll land on a certain game. It's random, and then that's if you don't know what to play, because there's a lot of paralysis that goes on.
Oh yeah, for sure. The option paralysis.
I really want to get rid of that, because also when it's just with no app and you're just have games downloaded, even if you have it organized in a file, you never think about the file. It's just gone.
No, you don't.
This way you can have
Definitely
one app on the thing and remember it, and you press the button on MCON, it pulls it up, and it's actually something you want to come back to. Because that's the other thing. The other ones I feel like are only for discovery. You'll never use that app ever again once you find your like 5 games you want to play that year or whatever. It's like, no, I want it to be like, you open the MCON and you go to that, like you wanna use that instead of just finding the app in your files. It'll actually be like more fun to do it that way.
Yes. So will the MCON, do you know if it's possible for it to open the app like with a button?
Yeah, you can I was actually looking at what I won't say that. No, I think you can have it. I'm pretty sure you can have it open the app. I really hope we can make it go to the phone's home screen too. That would be really nice, where you can double press.
Oh, like its own home button.
Screen. Yeah, and then I mean, I'd love it if you could change the volume and the brightness, but that might be an MFI like thing we haven't gotten to yet. So
it's all can of worms.
Yeah, it is. It's ridiculous.
I'm honestly, like, the app sounds like a great potential, especially with how limiting the home screen is right now for controllers. Even just having a way of accessing your apps more easily via controller is going to be a game changer.
I think it's going to be so important. Like, yeah, we're making cool hardware, but the software is, like, not there yet, really. Like, I was going to make a video about this, like, we're making cool hardware and all that, but, like, is App Store even worth it for all this work that we're doing? And I like to think, like, even if we're going to do a dock where you can dock it to your TV, dock your phone to your TV, and, like, basically turn your phone into a switch, something like a keychain dock you can take with you.
Yeah.
Go to your friend's house, unplug their Apple TV, and, like, use that HDMI cable to plug into your phone. It's like it's not really ready for that. Like, it's not going to be a seamless experience all the time. It'll be pretty good, but, like, you're going to have to use the touch screen a lot.
Yeah.
But it's something that we should do anyway, just to push Apple to hopefully, like, think about this stuff. Because it's not like we're just going to wait around for it to be a little bit better for us to, like,
no,
put
definitely
this stuff
not.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to keep pushing forward.
I hope that all the stuff we do, like, people, hopefully it's really successful, and then, like, Apple and, like, Samsung and Android have to start thinking about this stuff.
Yes.
It's so good.
That does lead me to another question, because I've noticed a lot of similarities with the MCON and the Nintendo Switch, like the new dock idea, the being able to remove the top plate, possibly having cartridges on a future model. That's kind of a crazy idea that I really want to explore later. But I guess my question would be, is this something, do you think you're competing with the Switch here?
I think about this a lot because I'm a huge Nintendo fan, and also the bigger of a fan you are, you're also, like, a big hater too.
Right.
But so obviously I'm super inspired by Nintendo. Like, I remember, like, thinking early about MCON was, like, the top plate coming off was very inspired by, like, the Joy-Cons come off and it's got the kickstand and everything.
Right.
And I think, like, the way the Switch is set up is so just really good for that. Like,
it works.
The docking and the multiplayer was so, like, when I was in high school, dude, the Switch was the best thing ever. But it's just like, if you could take that with you in your pocket and, like, more people can have it, more like and the Switch got rid of the DS, you know, the DS doesn't really exist anymore.
No, not really.
Because of the Switch. And I think also because of the phone, it doesn't exist anymore. There's really no need for it.
Right.
Yeah, but, like, as them as a competitor, super interesting, because I think it only applies probably, like, this year. The Switch is coming out this year, and then after the Switch comes out, MCON comes out. It's like, are you really gonna buy the MCON if you have the Switch too? Otherwise, I don't think it does, because it is so different. Like, you're gonna be able to play different games. Like, you'll be able to stream the PS5 and, like, play PC and everything, and Xbox. There's gonna be, like, different, you know, you can play AAA games and stuff.
They are their own thing.
And it's the only, like, pocket thing you can do. Yeah, and Nintendo's always been their own thing.
Right.
I don't think you could ever really compete with them at all.
I hope they don't keep just making the Switch 3, 4, 5. I hope they do eventually transition from the Switch to something else. I mean, you had the Wii, and of course they kind of screwed up with the Wii U, but whatever, it's still fun. I love it. But, I mean, you've got the DS. They keep switching, and, like, none of the things that they've made have really been trying to compete with everything else. But it feels like with the Switch too, maybe they're leaning a little more into that. So I'm just hoping.
They are.
I'm hoping that they're going to, instead of going with the flow, that they're gonna actually do their own thing. Not that it matters for the MCON interview, but yeah.
It's really weird because they're so not Nintendo right now. They're talking about specs and everything.
Yeah.
It's like Nintendo's never been good at sequels, I don't think, except for the SNES. Like the first time they ever did a sequel, 3DS not as good. Did not sell nearly as well as the DS.
Right.
So it was an awesome system, so it was pretty good. But then the Wii U, dude, flop, bro.
I don't know what they were thinking.
I think they're being too greedy, man.
Yeah.
They're being way too greedy.
Yeah. But yeah, okay, so the answer to the question, are you competing with the Switch, would be a no then?
Yeah, I don't think so. Like,
I mean, we'll have to wait and see. But overall, you're not attempting to compete with the Switch, is what you're saying.
no, I'm buying a Switch.
Oh, yeah.
That's like if you're gonna buy MCON, it doesn't mean you're not gonna buy a Switch or vice versa. I don't think.
Nah.
I think it is the closest competitor, I would say. Like, I don't think we're really competing with the telescopic controllers because those do their own thing. We're not competing with like the Steam Deck, I don't think, because that's like super not pocketable.
It's like a
but
PC.
The Switch is definitely, I see, as the closest thing to like a competitor.
Yes.
I'm going for like a casual audience too. Like this first one's good for like, is going to be like a pro version, this for the one that's coming out in August, but like in the future I think the most important thing is like just the casual stuff is going to be really important, which is like more like Nintendo.
There are 4 buttons on the Switch, no, on the MCON, oh my goodness, that I am uncertain about. And those would be 2, you've got D-pad, buttons, joysticks, triggers, but then there's the 2 buttons here, and they do their own things, but you have 4 buttons kind of like that. And I guess what are they planned to be doing?
So I put a lot of thought into this. It took a while to figure out how these things should be labeled, because I want it to be like, this should be the standard on. I was trying to go for like a more of a universal standard. So I was looking at the Steam Deck a lot. I feel like the Steam Deck is just trying to be like more universal. And then like the Xbox is kind of standard on iPhone, but Xbox controller, it's not, I don't know, I felt weird about just copying whatever the Xbox had. I don't think we'd ever come out with one that had an Xbox button. Although we'd be open to it, Xbox. That'd be sick. That'd be really cool. No,
just like a collab.
So I was trying to... Dude, that'd be so cool. I was trying to think of like, just what is the best possible layout that would make the most sense to most people. Maybe this is a bad sign if it's confusing. But the Switch has the home and then screen record and then start and select, which is just plus and minus. And then Xbox has start and select, and then they have the Xbox button, which is just home, and then they have a recording share button. And then PlayStation has share, and then they have select, and then they have the PlayStation logo button, and then they have the touch.
The touchpad. Oh, mine has that.
So there's 4 buttons, right? I think on the PlayStation.
Right. Okay. So there's the PlayStation,
so okay.
And this is an off-brand. This is a knockoff, cheapo, you could say.
Technically, there's 4.
So there's, I guess, the share and option, and then you've got
option. That's what it is.
PlayStation, and then the touchpad, which is, I've always been mad at Minecraft for not taking advantage of that to be a cursor. I keep trying it every time they update, but they've never done it.
Why do they not do that? That's crazy.
I don't know. I discovered, though, that you can use it as a cursor on the keyboard when you're typing. Like, you
really?
can...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I had no clue. It blew my mind. I just touched it on accident.
Super underutilized.
Oh, yeah.
Seems super underutilized.
I think maybe they removed it on the 5. I can't remember, actually, if they have the touchpad still.
But yeah, they do. They have it on the 5. So we got home.
Right.
And then we got recording. So, like, you can take a screenshot or record. And then... start and select.
Start and select.
They're both options because it's like we did start and select. There's no good icon for start and select. We'd have to write it, and like icons are better. But then, no matter what, start in different games is map, and then select is the map in other games, and so there's no like standard there. It's just the 2 buttons that work in the game, and then the other 2 buttons are usually for the console to control it. So
wait, can I look at the home button again?
Yeah.
Because this is a question, I just noticed this. We had been discussing on the Discord, I believe, the reference.
Yeah.
We were thinking about making it the rounded square. Did you merge the home button and the rounded square on purpose?
It's a little bit. It's like a very similar design to it, because I really wanted the square, but I guess it would be confusing.
It is more intuitive for it to be a
Apple
house.
is going to, yeah, I think it makes more sense. And Apple, I think, is in the next update going to make, like, they're changing the shape of the apps. They're not going to be squares anymore. They're going to be like super rounded.
What? Oh yeah, the Vision OS style.
Yeah. I don't think it's full. I hope they're not full circles, because that's like very Android.
Oh yeah, I saw a video talking about how they were going to just be more rounded. It's like, what?
Something like that. Something. There's been a bunch of stuff going on.
As long as they add
So it's
controller
like-
support while they overhaul it, that's fine.
Please.
Please. I'm pinging Apple in this video. Apple.
I'm really excited if they do the remote desktop thing, like Samsung Dex, but for Apple.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's going to be
That's
insane.
crazy. I feel like the stars have been aligning for like ever since I started this, because when I first started it, there was rumors about, the reason I was like getting hyped to start working on it before I ever did anything was the emulation, and then the rumors of the 15 Pro with the like ray tracing chip and everything. So it was just like perfect time for the emulation to come. And then ever since then, it's been like Epic's coming back. The EU is like trying to work on side loading. Now
The government's
remote
forcing them
desktop.
to not take the 30% fee when you do the online option, making
Oh
it
my
less
God, yeah,
scareware and all that
that's
stuff.
huge, yeah. I forgot. I'm sure there's other stuff, but yeah.
The EU is actually kind of helpful right now,
Dude, yeah. It's been crazy. It's been insane.
but the stars are aligning in a way that is very helpful for controller support.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So, I've been curious for a while. Have you guys made any progress on the Frosted Clear MCON for the Kickstarter?
So we don't have any that are frosted clear yet.
Right.
The white and black one are like the default, and the clear one I think is just gonna look good. We're working with someone that has done clear plastics before, so like we're pretty confident it's not going to be brittle or like yellow. But I'm like, I really want to see one that's fully clear, because we've done some 3D prints that were clear.
I saw a clear
I'm so
MCON
excited
in
to see a full
your
clear
first
one.
video. In your first video, there was
Oh,
a
yeah, I
short
did.
clip of a clear MCON V1 is what I'm calling it.
Yeah, I do have there is like a broken, taken apart one that was this, but printed in like blue clear. It took me forever to get the Bamboo Labs printer to print like really good clear blue.
Right.
It was really difficult, but
You know that's got to be a process.
yeah, it was difficult, because it had to like do 100% infill, and it could only print lines in one way, or else if it was
Oh,
it
man.
took forever. It was
Yeah.
worth it. It looked so good. But it was so heavy I didn't use it.
Right. Oof.
Is that
Okay.
100%
It was
so?
heavier. That's interesting.
Yeah, that was just for 3D printing. The actual clear one is going to be the exact same.
There was a vote in the Discord at some point about the color of the PCB, was it, for the Frosted Clear?
Oh yeah,
How did that go? I haven't seen that lately.
I think it was a Kickstarter one too. I don't know if I might have done both, but they went with black, and at first I was like, oh man, I feel like the white would look good, but the black is definitely the best way to go. Just it's like white PCBs always look kind of bad.
Right.
The black PCBs always look like super premium.
Plus, it kind of
and the
blends in
green
with the
might
other
have been
black
cool.
parts. Sorry.
Yeah, it might have been cool to do green, but I think just from the renders, the black is gonna look sweet. I think it'll look kind of like dusty, like what is it, like black, like dark clear, like when they like have
Oh,
the
man.
tinted clear ones.
I'm excited.
It'll
And it's
look a little bit
Frosted
like
Clear,
that.
isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
like, what does that involve? Like, it's gonna be clear but kind of blurred? You look inside and it's kind of blurred?
Yeah, it'll be like a frosted.
Frosted
Like
Clear.
a frosted glass, like a frosted glass. But the reason we went with that too is like the like pure clear, especially like just clear with no color, glossy kind of looks
it kind
just
of looks
super cheap. Like
yeah.
if you go into Walmart, you can grab a clear like controller that's a million LEDs in it, and it looks kind of crap. But it's super easy because it's the same mold for all the colors.
Right.
And so the texture that's on this is just going to work really well to make it.
Okay, so the
texture,
texture
on the outside.
Because I was wondering how hard it would be to make it look good and clear, but that sounds like. Yeah. See, that's my that was my last clear question. How has the process of designing the clear model been harder or different than the other colors?
So what's been difficult is like making it look good for all of them, and I've been actually so stressed picking the texture and the color because I went back and forth of like all one texture and color, and now it's a little bit more different textures and a couple different colors, but they have to be the same for all. The only thing we can change is the color. We can't change the texture on any of them. So if you make the L1 and R1 glossy on the black one, it has to be glossy on the clear, and it has to be glossy on the white one.
Right.
So that's like, it's all one mold, and then we just like pause the mold for a bit and start doing clear, and then we go back to black, and then we pause it and we do white.
Yes.
To make more.
That makes sense.
So that's been the difficult part, because it's like the only thing you change is the color, and so it has to look good on all of them. That was like super hard, but luckily the black one, if we just focused on making the black one look good, and it doesn't really matter for the other ones, like it just ends up looking really good on those as well.
I'm very torn between the black and the clear, because like I'm excited about the clear because one, it's limited time, and two, it's just awesome. Clear's always awesome, but then black looks so clean, and like white looks premium, so I'm like,
I know.
These colors all look so good.
I have no idea which one I'm gonna actually use.
Oh, the hype is so real. Like, I get a little hit of dopamine every time I think about the MCON, you know?
Dude, I've been waiting for I think it's been 3 years now.
Right.
Waiting for this.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Oh, and speaking of crazy and excitement, I know you've been really excited about MCON Slim. Is that what it's called?
This is super unofficial. This is like my own, what we plan on doing, we have so many ideas, which is what's so exciting. We have so many ideas for what the next pro. I call the one that we're coming out with pro, even if we don't name it that. It's this is pro as it would get,
yes.
Gamer pro.
Anything else would be light or I don't know, pro.
Yeah, and then there would be super ultra thin one, just make any compromise that is reasonable to make it as thin as possible. And then a light, which is super affordable.
Right. Going for as cheap as possible. Just make the concept work.
And still be really good. I've just been so excited. I've just been doing this on my own. So I think it's gonna be the most important thing to do. I think it's good we came out with this one first. Right. Because everyone on Discord, this is their controller. Right. The pro one, most people they can carry a backpack. They don't have to put it in their pocket. I think it's a little, there is okay, why don't you just get an emulator? And it's well, you can do that. And it might even be smaller than MCON, but it's so there's a thing there. It's okay, how thick should it be and everything. There's a really hard balance to do. The slim one, it's gonna be peak. It's gonna be so good. You should be. So this is how thin I think it can be. This is with the top plate and everything, like this.
Oh my goodness.
This would be insane. I would carry this with me all the time. I've just been imagining that it's real. I've just been leaving this on my phone all the time.
I don't even think you need a launch mechanism for it. Not necessarily.
No, it would have to be like the old one where you just open it.
You push it out, right?
If we could fit a launch mechanism in here, you would not be able to hold on to it.
Nah, yeah.
There'd be nothing to hold on to.
The weight might be an issue.
So what we're gonna do is use touch pads.
Oh yeah.
I'll cover them. I don't know. I'm scared. But this is how thin it would be. Could be this thin. I haven't gone too far. I've been working on the mechanism, seeing what we can do to keep the angle and everything. Yes. But what we're gonna do with the touch pad, they have to be touch pads to make them that thin.
Of course.
I'm so excited because we played on the Xperia Play. While I was in China, we had one that was fully jailbroken, and there was this one game that actually had them programmed really nicely, where the left one was just a joystick. It wasn't like in mouse mode. It emulated a joystick.
Yes.
And the right one, I think, was still aiming like a mouse.
Oh, wow.
But just from the touchpads on that thing are like tiny, and all they have is a little dimple in the middle. But they were so precise. Like you can see this like on your phone or your like MacBook trackpad. You can just roll your thumb to scroll a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Like you can look around just by going like this, or like moving your thumb like a tiny bit, and you cannot do that on joysticks.
No.
Because it's like, you can, but it's I feel like it's a lot difficult.
Oh, yeah, it's way harder.
You have to get past like a certain threshold before it starts moving.
It's like it doesn't feel that it's moving until you start. And like, there's like all sorts of issues with the joysticks. Like when it comes to precise movement.
Weird. Yeah. And so then it's gonna be like there's gonna be a shape to it. It's not gonna be like your phone screen that's just flat. There's no reference to where your thumb is.
Right.
Like this has, it's concave, and then it has a dimple in the center, and then it even has a ring on the halfway point, and then the upper side is filleted, so you can kind of even feel the top side. And I can just like, not looking, know exactly where my thumb's at.
Right.
It's like in a bowl. So just by like kind of letting my thumbs sink into it, they just recenter by themselves.
That's kind of a genius.
Combination of like actually programming it correctly to, on the controller side, be just a joystick so it's compatible with whatever, because it's just a normal controller, and then also having that shape. I think it would be so good. And then it's like that thin, then it'll have the click. It'll be like, no matter what we come out with, like I did this like rule book earlier, like no matter what we come out with, I think it needs to have the clicking, it has to have all the triggers, and the L2, R2 have to be analog. Like if we're coming out with this one that has the analog triggers, like everything after that has to have them. Because if we make a game and the analog triggers make it like really nice on like a racing game, then the Slim is like, what can't? Then we have to like make the game different so that it works on Slim. Then there's no point in having analog triggers on the other one.
Right.
So we can basically like no compromise. The only compromise is like that they're touchpads, but I kind of don't think it's even going to be a compromise.
I don't think it would be that bad. Okay, how do L3 and R3 work though? Will they be able to press in like a keyboard?
Yeah.
Will there be like a taptic engine or something?
I think it'll be just a button. So like the joysticks just have a physical button that depresses.
Right. It clicks.
I think we'll just do that. But we've been looking into haptics too, because like the MacBook trackpad doesn't move when you click it. It's a fake button.
Yes.
And it's like really good. You can like do stuff like press it harder and it does a double click. And
it took me a bit to get used to it, but I love it now.
I do everything on the trackpad. I've like designed the MCON on the trackpad. Everyone like makes fun of me, but it's really good. But then like the Steam Deck, when you move your thumbs on it, you can actually do like a rumble, and it feels like you're scraping something. It feels like you're actually moving something when you do it. I don't know what really benefit that has other than being cool though.
Right.
And I think it would make it so like significantly thicker if we did that. I've been designing this just by myself, but I think they should be glass. That would be the coolest thing. If we could make curved glass like this is not going to be affordable. Well, this isn't going to be like purposefully not premium to lower the price. I think this should be the most premium one, because also like I have these other ideas for it being way more custom than the other one, where we can have one that's meant for the iPhone Pro Max and the Samsung Ultra. Like it'll be larger for the bigger phones. It'll be like MCON Slim XL, and then I really want it to be more custom that way, so we have like more precise options on this one, because we'll be ready with the cases and the top plates. But it's gonna be like, I think it should be CNC'd metal everywhere on the outside, CNC'd metal top plate, and then a plastic like actual faceplate here. Then that allows us to do like, that's only one injection molded piece that we would actually ever change to do all these different things. Everything else is just CNC'd. You can just make it different whenever.
Right.
And it doesn't rely on like a big injection molded part. But then we can do like an XL model, a model specifically for the iPhone Air, or like, all kinds of different stuff like that I've been so excited about. It's gonna be so good. Yeah.
The Air's gonna be crazy, actually.
Yeah, the Air's gonna be nuts. Like,
I assume it's coming because there's been so many leaks.
I think it's real. Like, it's almost half as thick as my phone. Like, that's crazy.
So I know that in August, that's when they're planning on shipping the MCON to the Kickstarter backers, right?
Mm-hmm.
When is it going to be available to buy, like, on OSnap, like the website?
Yeah, I think it's going to be... This is the thing, because I think it's just going to be an artificial thing we have to do.
Right.
It'll be like, okay, Kickstarter gets it as soon as we can possibly ship it, and then we'll have to delay it for everyone else. So I think it's just like... probably be a few weeks, I think.
That's not bad.
Maybe 2 weeks or it's really like...
I mean, I guess you never know until
really
it happens.
Just to make it exclusive for Kickstarter.
Kickstarter, you want it to be
days.
like, it's really cool. You can't quite buy it yet. I get exclusive access for a week, 2 weeks.
It'll be cool. It'll be like, imagine a kid that has it is like, you can't get it yet. You can't get it right now.
I've got exclusive access.
That is going to be sick for that, like...
Dude.
It's going to be in the summer, though. Kids aren't going to be in school. Oh, man. They'll still have it, like, to show it to their friends. They won't know.
Right. Well, thank you, Josh, for joining us today. I've had a lot of fun. I really appreciate you taking the time to do an interview. If you enjoyed, be sure to hit the buttons, press the buttons, make the algorithm go up.
Comment.
Leave a comment. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!